Hey folks, Joel from Sajo Digital here. Continuing on with our video series of how to create your first website, we're going to get straight into WordPress today. So after you followed the first two videos of setting up your domain name, setting up your hosting, and launching WordPress, here's your dashboard. This is your WordPress dashboard. Now, the first time you're viewing this, it's a little bit daunting. Like, where do you go? What do you do? Well, first things first, let's have a look at what it currently has live for everyone to view. By doing that, we're just going to click on the My WordPress up here. Now, not a great deal to look at. Okay, it's nothing here that we want. So we've got quite a lot of work to do, but it's not difficult work. So don't worry about that. So the first thing we need to do is upload a theme. And for that, we're going to head to Appearance. Now, these are the current themes that WordPress has provided for us, none of which we want. I mean, you can have a play around with them, but there's a much better way of doing this. We're going to add a new theme. You can either go here or here. Now, this is going to give us a lot more options to install all of these different themes here. And there's a lot of good stuff here, but we're going to go for Astra. So up in the top search box, we're going to type Astra and search. And here we go. So this is Astra free. You can use the free version of this. There is a pro version, which will ask you if you want to purchase, and you certainly can, but you don't need to do this straight away. There's a lot of good options here with free. So we're going to click install. And activate. Okay, now if we come back to Appearance, we will see that we now have Astra installed. And the previous one, which was here, is now over here and it's not activated. So this is active, and now we can click Customize. But in fact, now let's click Customize first and have a look at how this looks. So this is what we had before, and now it takes a couple of moments. There we go. All right, so even without us doing anything at all, it's starting to look a lot more like a website, right? There we go. So it's still not what we want, all right? We're a service-based business. We're looking to create a website for our service-based business. So let's have a look at some really good ideas of what we can do. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is install starter templates. And this will give us a lot of options with how the website's going to look. And we're going to actually install a pre-built template, which means all we have to do is go through and edit the information to our own. So for this, under Appearance, you'll see plugins. Now, plugins are like apps in terms of, think about your smartphone. When you install an app, you change the functionality of your phone. You've got something else on there that you can use. Well, in WordPress, a plugin is the same thing. And right up here, it's thank you for installing Astra. Did you know that Astra comes with dozens of ready-to-use starter templates? Install the starter template plugin to get started. We're going to get started. Okay, and once that's done, you'll see in your plugins library, starter templates is right here, and we can see the library. So let's click See Library. There's an intro video here that you can watch, but let's just skip to Build Your Website now. Very important here, selecting a page builder. So just to explain this a little bit here. So we have WordPress, which is the content management system. We have a theme, which is Astra. And then we have a page builder of how we're going to edit all of the different information that's on there. So there's a few different options, and this gives you three. There's WordPress block editor, Elementor, and Beaver builder. Now, I always choose Elementor. I think that it's got the best resources. It's very easy to use. There's lots of different plugins that you can get that work with it as well. And it's my favorite. So I'm going to go with Elementor. If you're following on with this video, I suggest you do the same. Fantastic. So here we are with a suite of pre-built templates that we can click and start to use. Now, some have premium written at the top, and that is a paid for feature. Okay, but don't worry, because there's heaps that aren't premium. If you want to go for premium and purchase Astra Pro, then by all means do. Depending on when you watch this video, click on Astra Pro. They often have discounted video, but it's about $100, 100 Australian dollars anyway, which is not something that you, like I said, you have to do up front. You can always come back and do this at a later date if you want to get those features, but there's heaps you can do for free. So I wouldn't immediately worry about doing it. So the important thing here, though, is choosing a theme that fits our niche, something that we can build upon. We're obviously building a website for a service-based business here. So let's choose ourselves a good one. We'll go back up to the top. Local businesses. Here you can see electrician, plumber, technician, roofing specialist, movers, cleaning services, transport, and whatever. I'm going to pretend that I'm a roofing business. And here we go. So it's given us other suggestions as well, like renting limousine. So here's a good one here, look, for my roofing business, for the Sajo roofing business. It's a good example of roofing business because it's one of those, it's a service-based company that we've worked with on a number of times. And, you know, they really rely on lead generation. So there's a lot of good marketing that goes into this, which from content marketing at the beginning all the way through to pay-per-click advertising and SEO to ensure that for their local service area that they're ranking, you know, the highest above their competition for their service area. So that's a good one to show you. And down here, look, hairdresser. If you were a hairdresser, we've got yoga and fitness over here. Real estate. Security. You get the point. So back up to the top, we are Sajo Roofing. I'm going to click on this. And here is our website. So as you can see, it's not in English or any sort of real language. So we've got a lot of updating to do here. But the main point is that the initial structure of your website, the images which you can just go ahead and use straight away, you just have to go through and update the wording that you want on there. Really cool features like this. There we can go, that you can put some awards and achievements in, or you can change this to say some of your clients, depending on what kind of website that you're building. Free estimate. And then here's your footer. You got your social icons in there ready to go, which are all editable, and you can link them through to your socials as well. So as you can see, from someone who hasn't built a website before, to see how easy it is with one of these pre-built templates, it's incredibly easy for even the most basic laptop user just to fire up a laptop and build a website like that. It's nice and easy. So over on the left hand side here, you can see it saying logo and up your logo. Now, if you haven't got a logo, it's not a problem because we're going to build one of those in a little while. We're just going to skip and continue for now. And then the next option here is it's saying choose your colors and your fonts. So you can see that we've got this orange, this sort of orange, black, gray, and white color theme. If we were to change that to red or pink, yellow, green, so you can choose what looks best for your company or what you had in mind. And we also don't have to stick to this either. We can change these to, if you've got a branding pack all ready to go, you've got your fonts, you've got your colors, you've got your logos. This is all editable. This is just giving you some options as a beginner that you can just choose. I like this burnt orange color, so I'm going to stick with it. And I think that the font, I really like what was there already, so I'm just going to go with this work sans / roboto. Continue. One last step is just asking for a little bit of information on you, so you can fill this out and hit submit and build my website. Okay, fantastic. There we go. Isn't that cool? So now we have this entire website that is our own for our roofing company, that all we need to do is go through and edit each of the sections to what we need it to be. And we've got other pages. This is our home page. So let's have a look. We've got About Us. Services. Projects. Contact us and get a free estimate. So let's have a look. We've got services here. Projects. You can put a portfolio of the things that you've worked on. Contact us page with this pre-built form. Update some information with your phone number, your email address, and your business address. You can do a Google map so you can show exactly whereabouts in the world you are. And then get a free estimate, which takes you through to the services page again. So it's the same page for that one. So you can just go straight through to the services page, and then you can fill that out. So yeah, all of this now just needs to go through page by page and update the information that's on each one. And to do that, we're going to use our page builder that we installed before, which is Elementor. So up the top of each page, as you can see, all of the different pages that we have edit with Elementor. Oh, one too far. Let's go back to our home page. There we are. So if I click edit with Elementor, this is now going to bring us into our page editing settings. So there's a little bit of information that you can read, but we're going to skip for now. And the navigator as well, we're just going to close this down. Over on the left-hand side is all of the different elements that we can include in here. So you can just drag and drop these in. Or you can click on each section here. And then there you go, leading roof service in the New York area. Well, straight off. I need to change that to where I am in the world. And update. There we are. And let's say I want to, instead of get a free estimate, I can go up here and I can say, get a free quote, whatever language you want to use here. There we are. So this address again, it needs changing. So I'm going to say Port Melbourne, Australia. And the phone number. So you can see how quick and easy this is. I'm just clicking on these sections and I'm updating my website. So this now needs to be, I'm going to make this up, but +61 03 9521 8546. There we go. Haven't zero in front of that, would you? There we are. Sorry if this is somebody's phone number. And in terms of images, so let's click on one of these a second. So up here, we have, just to show you something a little bit more complex. Let's see if we can get a better example of, no, I think this is going to be a good example here. So if we click on this top top left-hand corner, gives us the option to edit this column. So if we go into style, then we can see here is our image. So we go through to choose images. We'll see here now that we've got the ability to upload the images of your choice. Media library, which is going to be all of the images that it gives us with the website. And free images, which we can use as well. So let's go for a roof. Let's see what comes up. I'm not too, oh, here we go. All right, well, let's get a temple. And let's save and insert. And there we go. That image now has already updated. Commercial roofing, you're building temple roofs for people in the ancient style. There we are. But it's that simple is the point. This also has an overlay in front of you. You see how this is what the image looks like, but this is, it's got a filter over the top making it dark. If you go down here to background overlay, you can see that the opacity level is set to 65. So if I lighten that up, and we can bring it back to 65 again. So that just obviously helps the words pop. But you can make that whatever you want. There we go. Maybe that looks a little bit better for this one. And let's say we've got the 01 here. We really don't know the 01. Let's get rid of that and update. Okay, so really basic, really quick. We've updated our location. We've changed some wording. We've given our address, changed our phone number. We've changed the images. So you get the point. This is what Elementor does. And once you've finished editing everything you want to do, you simply come back up to this left-hand drop and you say view the page. And this will take you back out of Elementor and back to your main website. So now you can't touch any of this stuff. It's all locked exactly how a customer would see it. Okay. Now, Elementor takes care of everything under the header menu, which is here, and the footer all the way down, which is here. These aren't edited within the Elementor section on this website, so just all of the middle bits. But if you want to edit the footer, you simply come up to customize. So before we were in Elementor, now we're going to customize. So customizing is your base settings for this website. So again, nothing too crazy, but as soon as you hit customize, then you can see that it starts to give you some little pen where you can go and edit the headers and the footers. So up here, so we got, again, get a free estimate, but we want to say get a free quote so that it fits in with the same language as what's underneath. Publish. This would also be where we update up. This would also be where we include our own logo. Scroll all the way down. So look, you can't touch this stuff here because it's all Elementor, doesn't work for in here. And then we get down to the bottom where our footer is. And let's say, again, our contact information. So the first one would be this New York address. We want to say Port Melbourne. Australia, and see that's updating live down there. I really don't remember what the phone number I just used was. I don't think it really matters, but let's just do something similar. 613. That'll do it. Always remember to hit publish. And there we are. That's just a quick lesson on how to do editing with Elementor or how to customize the base settings of your website. Once we're finished, we hit the little X button and that takes us back to our page. So we've got the free quote. And our footer is done as well. So just keep moving through all of these sections and you'll have yourself a website.